Hi, happy Wednesday. This is Angela, and you are listening to Divinely Connected. I am here with your daily message for June 21st. Summer solace. All right, so this is the longest day of the year for us here in Canada. I hope that you enjoy this day, whatever way that you would like to spend it. It is a day of balance, it is a day of reflection. It does represent new beginnings, manifestations, abundance, prosperity. So we want to continue and ride this energy. I don't know about you, but I definitely do. I am here for this energy, right? So whatever way you love to celebrate, definitely enjoy yourself today. Now, it's so interesting how the two cards that I pulled are all about endings. All right. So as these endings of these life lessons, these situations, experiences come to an end, there is this wrapping up in new beginning energy. Literally just gave me the chills because how perfect is that? Honestly, I didn't even realize that it was summer solace until I said June 21st. So there we go. How perfect is that? Cards come in, endings come in different ways. Endings can be departures, it can be relationships ending, it can be school ending, job ending, retirement, moving, whatever once was that no longer is, right? So, however, you're going to interpret that to your life experience, remember you always want to use your own intuition to interpret the messages and bring the guidance to yourself. Okay. The card itself says the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both, an opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders, the end of an addiction, the end of a struggle, that type of thing. Okay. So this is definitely coming in. What's interesting about this is that there very much is a push and pull between your intellectual self and your emotional self. Okay. So even though this may be something that we can be logical about and we can understand it, there's still going to be that emotional process to it. Now, remember, grief is not only for departed loved ones, grief is for anything that once was that no longer is, right? So, people, places, things, hobbies, habits, routines, mindsets, even dietary preferences, right? Whatever once was that no longer is, there is a letting go energy to it because we are all energy and we're connected to everything by energy. Correct? So then when we have that letting go, we are literally letting go the energy. Of course, it's going to feel like grief, like something's missing, like this kind of wishy washy energy. It's always bittersweet, right? So understanding that you can have a grieving emotion connected to something that you know is for your highest good. A lot of the times when we don't expect to have that type of conflicting emotion, we then go, oh my God, I'm making a mistake. Oh my God. Right. And we interpret it negative or we interpret it the wrong way. Now, there is so like this is coming in from many layers. I know so many of you are going to be interpreting it completely differently because of what's going on in your life. Because they just made me feel like, listen, this is as it should be. Okay. So even if it's not something that we're 100% sure of ourselves with, they are validating and they are reassuring that it is as it should be. Now, the card that it came out with, which just gave me the chills, it says the end of challenging times. Things are looking up, a welcomed relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression, illness, possible travel or relocation. So again, there is this feeling of like, okay, that season, that experience, this is wrapping up. Okay. And there's going to be all of the emotions that are connected to it as it should be. Okay. So again, just allowing yourself to go through those emotions. Remember, we're not meant to attach ourselves to our emotions. Our emotions are meant to be fleeting. They're meant to be moving through us, right? They move through us, they teach us, and then they skedaddle, right? So when we attach to them or even identify as them, we can get ourselves stuck. We can get ourselves a little bit off kilter So keeping that in mind, right, as we're going through this, and I think that that is so important to remember. I think there's also a lot of fear around it, right? I'm never going to feel happy again, or this happiness is never going to last, right? Which is just not true. You know, by going looking back on hindsight 20 is 2020, and looking back on your life, that that is fleeting, that they come and they go, and we have time for happiness, we have time for sadness, we have time for despair, we have time for anxiety, we have time for joy. We feel the entire spectrum of emotions in this life experience. And it's always emotion. We are always emotion. So keep that in mind when the ego loves to exaggerate, right? And loves to tell these stories of like, you're never going to be happy again. You're never going to be loving again. You made a mistake and you'll never be able to make it up to yourself, right? Every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. And you can change whatever you want whenever you want. All right. So remind your ego that when it's kicking up with all of these falsehoods. All right. Enjoy your day. Come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily message.